We are live. Hello, darling. Nice to see you again.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time just to see you. Means so much to me. What's that, darling? I can't hear you. Hey, everybody. Thought I'd jump on here. I hadn't been on here for a little bit and say hi to you. See how everybody's doing. Give y'all a little bit of update on how we're doing. We're still surviving. We're still alive. Uh, I don't know if I got it on live chat or start a poll. I don't know what that means. Oh, now there goes the notifications out. Hey, Pooh Bear. Good to see everybody. Like I said, I hadn't been on here in a while. I've been in and out of the hospital, and sorry I ain't got no shirt on. I was just gonna show y'all where they got me marked up doing radiation. It's where they're I'm getting radiation done every day of the week. Oh, hey, Cynthia. You got Cindy on there, Cynthia. Hey, Phil, Christy, y'all. Good seeing y'all. I hadn't felt good, so I hadn't been talking to nobody on the phone really or texting with nobody. Had a lot on my mind and everything. Want to come on there a little while. I'm not going to talk too long. I don't need to talk too much. But I wanted to come on here and tell everybody hi and ask for your prayers. We got a big decision that we got to make. Remember I told y'all about the TILS program in Louisville. I got accepted into that. But they're saying that I ain't able to, I won't be able to do my chemo. I'm doing my radiation. I started it. And the coughing up the blood, the doctor told me, the radiation doctor told me that I could have very easily died. And I knew that I could have started bleeding and not stopped. And there's still a chance of that. The further we get into the radiation, the more I get done, about 2 more weeks of it, and that'd be behind me. That worrying about coughing up blood and stuff. I've been doing real good about that. So we're in the midst of radiation. I've got to go in the morning at 8:30 and get another treatment, and then I'll get a break. Hi, everybody. That's saying hello, hello, hi, hi. Well, fight that vampire cancer for me. we're we're fighting cancer and doing it with radiation right now, and trying to survive and live. We've been praying for her, Cynthia. I sure have. I've been praying for her. But we started our chemo. We've been back in the hospital since I talked to y'all last, maybe twice. It's hard to keep up with all of it. We do have lung cancer, and we're fighting it with everything we got. We're keeping faith in God, and we know that we've got a eternal resting place if something happens to us. It's hard. It's hard on your mind. It's hard on your brain. It's hard on your thinking. like I was telling y'all, I got approved for a trial treatment program. Love you too, Hidden. I got approved for a trial treatment program. Well, first, before I just do anything, I want to say everybody that's down in Florida and the Georgia area, North Carolina area, you guys be super extremely careful and watchful of the bad storms that are coming through. Our prayers are with everybody. It's going to come up through Kentucky too in the form of rain and wind and things like that. So, but everybody down in Florida, we're praying really hard for them. I like to try to put people before myself, and that's one thing that I can do. I can like she said something that Cynthia did about praying for Kim. I saw every post that she's put that I've ran across, and every time I see a post where somebody asking for prayer, even if I don't type in praying for you, I go ahead and pray right then on the spot. A little simple prayer in Jesus' name. I pray for them, get a healing or whatever kind of prayer they ask for. I go ahead and do that immediately, even if I don't type it in there. I'm praying. So, you guys, yeah, somebody go ahead and knock John off of there, please. One of the moderators. This is a godly channel and a channel that it's a family channel to where we yeah, just go ahead and kick them off the channel. Uh, if you're allowed to, just kick them off the channel. I've got several trolls that's on here tonight. A lot of them nice trolls. They said they'd be praying for me. I appreciate that. Yeah, go ahead and hide them from the channel for me. We're not going to put up that stuff. We're a family channel, godly channel. We believe in God. Trusting in God. I'm fighting for my life right now, guys. Y'all on here making jokes and stuff like that. I want to live. I want to live for my kids. I want to live for my grandkids. I want to live for you guys. See, your mom, you shouldn't joke with me like that. I'm going through a rough time right now fighting cancer. And it's hard. It's a hard thing for me to do. George said there in North Carolina that they're flooding 10 feet higher than the record high that they've had. Yeah, I pray for them. I love them. They don't mean no harm. I mean, they're just trying to be funny. They're young people, hidden, trying to be funny, and they don't realize what I've been through in the last year and a half and what some of you guys are going through, and don't realize what it is. I forgive them. I do. No, you don't have to donate anything to me, Benjamin. God's going to take care of me. I've tried to work and make ends meet and sell things and do things like that to be able to make it. I'd love to have another auction, but I'm afraid I'll start coughing up blood again. And until I get past that stage, I probably won't have another auction. I usually have an auction on this channel. You're welcome to watch, Benjamin, and buy some stuff when we do sell it. But I do appreciate the offer, I sure do. But I appreciate some of the ones that usually aren't on here and they're watching. I want you to know I love you. I don't care if you get on here and you say bad stuff or things like that. I still love you. It don't make me mad. It just sort of makes me sad that I've been going through for the last over a year and a half. It makes me sort of sad that people don't realize. And then the last week, I've been through well, 3 weeks, I've been coughing up blood and came very close to dying, they said. I could have started coughing up blood and not stopped and died. He told me about one patient he had. Thank you for liking and subbing. I appreciate it. But he told me about one patient. Benjamin, don't worry about it. God will take care of it. It's the thought that counts, Benjamin. It's the thought that counts. God has provided for me and my family in ways and just wonderful ways. But it makes me feel good that you want it to. That's a blessing in itself. That's worth more than the 500 or 5,000 or 5 million you could give me. Just you wanting to means a lot to me. But I'll get back to my story. I'm in a dilemma right now. Y'all are part of my family, and I've talked to my family and asked them about it. Y'all know I was supposed to go to this trial program in Louisville, Kentucky, where they're doing what it's called is TILs, where they remove some of the cancer-fighting cells out of a tumor and let it grow in a lab for 3 weeks, and then they reinfuse them in your body, and then they watch another tumor to see if it kills it. It's works on melanoma right now, and they're trying it on lung cancer. So during all this blood coughing up session that I've been doing, they had to do emergency radiation on me to stop the bleeding. And so far, we're praising the good Lord that that's worked. And they've already started, as you can see on my chest here, mapping me out. Got stickers there, and where they've had stickers. Doing targeted radiation now. First 2 radiation treatments they done was blanket radiation, where they just hit you the hardest they can, and that stopped the bleeding. That stopped the bleeding, and they said about another 2 weeks, 3 weeks of radiation would get that behind me, where I won't have that to worry with. I got 6 weeks of radiation to do every day except on the weekend. Oh, bless your heart, and I'll be praying. Sarah, bless your heart for sharing that with us. Hey, Diva, how you doing, honey? I seen where you said hello a while ago when I meant to say something, and I was in the midst of talking, honey. Are you doing good? Everything going good with you, with your heart and everything? I hope all that's going well for you. I know me and you've been through the ringer. Y'all, guess who come visit me in Louisville? And I don't know if I told y'all, Melissa Williams came rolling in her wheelchair and visited me while I was in the Louisville hospital and sat with me for probably about an hour. And me and her had a good time. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But I had a good visit with her, and she visited with me while we was up there. But anyway, getting back to my story, they approved me for that TILS program. It takes about 10 weeks, and it's a 5-year study, and it involves a lot. They said the plan was to do radiation, which they're doing right now, and to do a chemo, 2 chemos. But my chemo doctor has said now that the doctor in Louisville said that if I did chemo, that I'd be knocked out of that program. And they're saying that that program is probably going to cure me. Probably. It's got a better chance of curing me than the radiation and the chemo does. But I done had it in my mind and had it planned out to do the radiation and the chemo. I done had it settled. That's what I was going to do. And now I'm trying to make my mind up on whether to just do the radiation and not do the chemo and go ahead and do that TILS program. Thank you, Nancy. And do that chemo and do that TILS program in Louisville. But there's a lot of things to that, and I don't even know that it would cure me. I don't know if there's anything that's going to cure me, for the rest of my life. I mean, that's I think I'm gonna probably be battling this for several years, and I'm hoping to get several years out of it. Is what my goal is. I'm not begging God for 10, 15, 20, 30 years or anything like that. He give me 4, 5, 6 years or even 3 or 4 years out of this. Oh, bless your heart, Sarah. And people do die of cancer. They die of sugar diabetes. They die of different things. They die of car, automobile accidents. And they die for different reasons. And I could die of something else before I even die of cancer. So I think we all got a day that's numbered, that's written down, a day that only God knows that we're going to leave this world. And I don't care if it's a miracle cure that they said could cure me or whatever. If I got a time that I'm going to leave this world, it's the time that I'm going to leave this world. And I don't care if the doctor says you've got 2 months to live. If it ain't meant to be, God to give me whatever time He's meant for me to have in this world. Do whatever I'm supposed to do. We all got a reason for being in this world. Whether you figured it out or not, there's a reason. It may be one simple little reason for your whole life to help somebody, to change somebody's destiny, to change the destiny of the whole world. You don't know. One little action that you've done or that you have done could change the action of the whole world. It could cause a cure. One kid that you've helped could grow up to be a doctor that has a cure for cancer or has a cure for sugar diabetes. You don't know. You've got I've got a 14-year-old, Sarah, and you're welcome to watch our YouTube shows because they are family friendly. We got children that watch, and they are family friendly. We don't allow no cussing. We don't allow no blackguarding. We don't allow no dirty jokes. We don't allow nothing like that on our show. So you're welcome to watch and learn. We have a lot of good things on our auction shows that you can learn a lot of information about history and about how things work. We got people on here that knows about jewelry. They know about antiques. They know about glassware. They know about a lot about history, and we get a lot of things shared on here. And I've been taught myself and learn a lot from the people on here. They're my friends. So you're welcome to watch the show. That'd be great. But anyway, I've got to make a decision. And the doctors told me that doing the radiation and doing the chemo. Well, thank you, sir. And you grow up to be a good girl, okay? And treat people right and be kind to people. That's what I teach my kids to do. To be kind one to another and love everybody. But I've got to make a decision. My doctor told me that the chemo and radiation, there's a very slight chance that it's going to cure me. Very slight chance. And I can go ahead and do that. She said, I'll go ahead and give you the chemo. And, or you can do your radiation, get it done, and then be a part of the TILS program. And she said, I think you stand a better chance in being cured in doing this TILS program, this experimental treatment they've got. The more I read about it and the more I study about it, the less it's just sort of like God's turning me away from it. It seemed that way. And I'm going to keep praying about it. I'm going to keep talking to God about it. And I'm going to think about it more this weekend. And if I decide, I'll go ahead and start my chemo next week. And that way I'll have that off my mind in Louisville. But me and India's talked about it. Me and my children, we've all talked about it. So I wanted to talk about it with you guys on here. And I know it's hard to explain what's happened to me in the last year and a half and what's happened to me here in just the last 3 or 4 weeks to you guys in just a few minutes and to be understandable. But just to know I got a life and death situation that I've got to make a decision on. Do I want to take a chance and do the radiation and the chemo, which I like that plan to start with, before they started this other thing? I like that plan. And I am going to start having problems here in about 2 or 3 weeks of this radiation with my throat and swallowing and things like that. So I'll probably get to come on here less and less to y'all. Yeah, me too. I hope you live a long, 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 long life. Live to be 100 and some years old. That'd be a good thing right there. I've done got kids that are up in their 40s. I've got my teenage daughter. She's in high school, 14. In Ireland, today's Ireland's birthday. She's not watching. Yeah, Cynthia, I know, and that's what everybody's telling me. It's my choice to make, and I'm trying to pray on it and let God give me the right answer. I want to be in God's will. If He wants me up that way for some reason, yeah, I'm praying. That's what I pray too. When I'm in my radiation room and they're giving me my radiation, I'm praying to God to let this radiation kill that cancer at the root so it won't come back and won't grow back. And let it be 100 times more powerful than it usually is. Tiffany said, hello, India. She walked into the other room, so I don't know if she heard me or not. But I've got to make that decision up here within a few days on whether I'm going to go ahead and let them go ahead and do the chemo on me. And then telling me that it's not going to cure me. Or wait and go through all that up there at Louisville, and that might not cure me either. I think it's up to the good Lord, and that's why I'm trying to leave it up to Him to give me a sign of some sort. or give me an answer, a pretty definite answer in my heart that I'll go with and I'll feel comfortable with. I want to be here as long as I can, in other words. I want to be here. But anyway, today Ireland turned 18. And so we're not going to be able to take her nowhere till Saturday. I get done with my radiations and everything. I don't have to do them on Saturday and Sundays, I don't think. And we're going to take her Saturday. Hey, Rick Butler, I'm at a crossroads. I was just I'll explain it real quick once again. I've been coughing up blood. I can't think of the word they call it. There where it's in my bronchia, and came pretty close to dying on several different occasions. And they did an operation and it stopped it for 3 or 4 days. But the main treatment for it was radiation, and they gave me 2 big treatments of radiation that did stop it. And now I'm on targeted radiation that just targets the cancer. So they're targeting that cancer that I got in my bronchus. And they're targeting it, the one I got in my lymph nodes, and they said I had a little spot over on my right shoulder that they're targeting the radiation. But the doctor that was wanting to do chemo at the same time they was doing the radiation, now she wants me to do a trial treatment in Louisville. And and if I do the chemo, that knocks me out of that trial treatment. So I'm trying to make a decision up. The plan was fine until she talked to that doctor in Louisville, and he's saying if they do the chemo, then I'm out of that treatment plan, that trial treatment. They're saying the trial treatment is a better chance of me being cured than the chemo and the radiation or whatever else they might do later on to me. But I was pretty much set on doing the radiation, which I am doing already every day for the next 6 weeks. We're doing target radiation. And I was set on doing the chemo that go along with it. So I've got to make my mind up whether we go ahead and start the chemo next week, and then that'll knock me out of that program. And pray to God that that takes care of it, which she's done told me that it has very slight chance of it curing me. And I figured anything they do, it's going to probably, and I don't mean to put words in my mouth, on my tongue. I like to speak positive words. That is, I'm going to be healed, which I believe God is going to heal me. But if for some reason, just like He didn't heal other people, if He doesn't heal me, then I'll be all right in His hands. But I got to come up. I got to let God show me the answer, Rick. I had my mind made up the other day till the blood spitting issue, and they had to do emergency radiation and all that stuff to me. And they said they didn't know how close that I came to dying. I was spitting up that blood. You can start spitting it up and it not stop, and it bleeds you to death. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. But I told Indy, I thought, I was laying here and I talked to my sister on the phone, who she's battling cancer too. And I said, I think I'm going to go on YouTube. Y'all keep praying for her in your prayers too. And Cynthia Pettigo, her niece, Kim Wood, just found out she's got lung cancer. And they was checking her brain to see if it's spread to her brain today, so keep praying for her too. Yeah, y'all help me pray to make the right decision. Uh, and then I'll feel better about it, and no matter what happens, I'll be okay. Good deal, Tiffany. Good deal. I was just telling Melissa, I don't know if you just jumped on. I was just telling about how you rode in up there at the hospital and seen me, and it made me so tickled that you had come in, and India told me what you done too. Thank you, honey. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Oh, and I did go for my last fitting of my teeth. Well, we'll say a prayer for you, Sarah, okay? At the end of my broadcast tonight, I'll be sure to say a prayer to you for you, honey. Okay? And you talk to God as much as you can. Yeah, I've got a pretty big decision to make, and I'm gonna have to make it within the next few short days. So I'll get my radiation treatment at 8:30 in the morning, and that'll already be uh, 4, 5, 6 of them down. That's right, Rick. Yeah, get us there. I miss you, buddy. I was talking about you just here, I guess the last auction I had. Hey, over there on the Washington State side on the Columbia River. How's it going there? Big shout out to you. Y'all keep me in your prayers, not just me. I don't want to put me first. There's a little kid that's sick with cancer. I mean, little bitty children. They need our prayers also. We need to keep him in our prayers, and there's other people that's sick with it. We need to keep them in our prayers and try to keep them positive and keep them uplifted. I tried to do the twist in the radiation doctor office the other day, and he told me, "You get down in my floor." He said, "I ain't getting you up." Uh, but radiation, one thing it does, where they're giving it to me at, it makes me weak, makes my throat scratchy. And of course, that makes it scary because you're afraid you're going to start coughing and coughing up blood again. There was a benefit they had at the Catholic Church that my sister actually put it together, the one that's battling cancer herself, Rick. Her and Delta, my nieces, and my neighbor over here, they put it together, a benefit. Brought joy. I probably brought more strange items into your house and joy into your life, Gettysburg Rich. But they had a benefit for us here just a couple weeks ago, and it really helped us because we had to spend what was it, a week up there in Louisville Hospital in India, you know, up there, and making sure she had, you know, money to buy her food and things, snacks and stuff like that, and gas money and things, and money to help pay light bills and water bills and all them kind of bills. They had a benefit that helped us out. And I get a small disability check every month. I think it's $1,300 that I get on my Social Security disability, and the two, which Ireland won't get it now, but Ruby gets 200. So that helps get some of the bills paid and stuff. Yeah, they did an auction locally because that was when I started spitting up blood and had to be put in the hospital, and I couldn't be there to do it, to, for you guys could be a part of it. Y'all, what is my PayPal? India, India. You guys y'all get invoices. George, you get an invoice. Can y'all, somebody type my PayPal up there, the one that India started. India, you in the bathroom? That's good, Sarah. All right, Gettysburg Rich. Really good talk to you. Love you, buddy. God bless you. But somebody should have our PayPal address. I can't remember. I think it's efleet10@yahoo.com. I think that's what it is. Uh, if I can get somebody to type it up there for me. India. Hey, India, what's their PayPal address? I can't even type a comment in here. I'll tell somebody to type it for me. Hey, India.
Yeah.
What's their PayPal address?
What?
What's their PayPal address? Be
efleet10@yahoo.com.
best to put it on the screen. YouTube doesn't like it in the chat because it's super chat. It's efleet10@yahoo.com. We got a cash out. What is our cash out? You ain't got Zelle or nothing like that?
I think it's different than a cash app.
Oh, that's two A's. That Tiffany, it's two A's. Tiffany got it right, efleet10@yahoo.com. But it's two A's instead of one A. If you could redo that, Tiffany.
I'm gonna go do it, Ruby.
And I'll tag that. That's our PayPal.
I'll go get Ruby.
I don't know how to do a lot of that stuff on that like that. Never. You gonna get Ruby?
I'm going to store it.
Ruby wanting you to come and get her?
When the game will be over here in a minute, so
I pinned that message there that Tiffany just put up there, Rick. That's our PayPal right there. That's the only way I know how to do it, Diva, right now. India, I don't even know if we gotta pay. We gotta pay out, but I don't even know what it is. Through our bank, what is that payout we got? Zelle or? We don't know how it works to put. We don't know how to work to put it on here. But that's the PayPal address right there. Send it as friends and family, and that way it ain't nothing took out of it or anything. No, don't do nothing without asking your mama. Never ever do anything like that. I know you're laughing, making it. I know it's. I love you, honey. I know it's just a joke that you're making, but don't ever do anything like that. But Tiffany got it right there. Uh, I pinned that so it'd be at the top of the thing, Rick. But they had that benefit and it done really good. I just wish you guys could have got to be a part of it because I know you would have. But that was when I started spitting up the blood and everything. But that's our PayPal right there. That's the only thing, the way I know how to do it on here, and I know they don't like it because, and if you try to do it through Google, I don't even know that we get the money because I don't know if we've got it hooked up to our bank account anymore or not. The new bank account that we have to get started. Somebody's dropped a little bitty kitten off here that wasn't even weaned, and India's trying to milk it and help it, and she's laid in the bed with me up here, and it don't know how to use its claws yet to pull them back, so it scratches you. It don't know how to, like my other cats that pull their claws back, it don't know how to pull its claws back. It's a mean little rascal. Look at it scratching my feet. People drop kittens off here all the time because they know India and the girls uh, that we're big lovers of animals and we love animals and we don't see nobody mistreated, especially even an animal. Yeah, it's a little black kitten. The rest of the kittens we got are yellow. No, I had a coughing spell a while ago and it scared me because I was afraid, the blood coughing was coming back on me, and it scared me the day when the doctor told me that when he first started 38 years ago, he had a patient that coughed up a little blood, and he wound up dying right there in front of him, coughing up blood. So that put a negative thought in my mind that I've tried to shake and get rid of. But it's hard to sometimes. Yeah, I don't care how positive you are. Uh, I don't care how much faith you've got or anything like that. Thank you, Melissa. I don't any of that stuff. Sometimes it's hard to. You can tell other people that. I can sit here and encourage other people, but sometimes, like I've told y'all before, no, everybody said he shouldn't have told me that. He said the guy coughed up a little blood and said next thing he knew his head was in the trash can and he sat there and bled to death. And he doesn't know about my anxiety disorder that I've got. I've got a really bad anxiety disorder and panic disorder, and that that makes the thoughts even worse. So, but he did tell me after we got through a couple of weeks 2 to 3 weeks of this radiation behind us, that would be out of the way then. That danger would be gone for right now. But when he told me that, I realized those, what was it, 3 weeks that I was coughing up blood 2 or 3 times a day, a large amount of blood. Uh, I don't even know that I realized it at the time, how close I was to dying. And it just wasn't my time to go yet. But guys, I've got something to look forward to. Ireland turned 18 today, and I get my last treatment of the week in the morning at 8:30. So I'll have a 2-day break, Saturday and Sunday, and Saturday we'll get to take Ireland out somewhere uh, to get her something for her birthday, her 18th birthday, and maybe take her somewhere to eat. And Ruby's got a band competition, Color Guard. We're gonna watch that. Then we're gonna all go out as a family and have Ireland a little birthday get together. You know the sad thing about this, and India's not here, so I can say this. She don't like me to say anything like this. And I know Ireland's not watching, and none of my other kids are watching. I've not seen none of them on here. But this is Ireland's 18th birthday, and I talked to her on FaceTime today. Thank you, Sarah. But I told India that Hey Oak Ridge Taxidermy, I told India this could possibly be the last time I get to say happy birthday to Ireland on this side of the world. And I realize that, and that's not being negative. That's just stating, any of us, anything could happen to any of us at any time. But when you got something that I'm going through right now, you think of things like that. Is this my last Christmas? Yeah, Rick, I'll have to, when I get off here, I'll text you and let you know for sure, buddy. I appreciate you. I really do. It'll help us along while we're trying to figure all this out and get this radiation done. Like I said, we got 6 weeks of it to do. Almost got a week of it down, so 5 weeks already. And I'll probably start chemo next week. I'll have 6 weeks of it to do. And then I don't know what'll go on from there. Like I said, I was told India that, it could be the last time I get to say happy birthday to Ireland. I want to get as many good years as I can out of my life, and be happy and not be just worried about cancer all the time. Cancer will take it out of you. Oh, Sarah, that makes my heart feel good, honey. You keep being a good girl. You keep being a good girl. Be nice to everybody. Be kind to everybody. Love everybody. Be as good as you can. Because the good Lord's watching over us, and He's good to us. And I'm glad that it's changed your life around. Did y'all read that, what she said? I'm a nice kid. I'm not a mean kid, but sometimes I'm a little brat, but since I saw this live stream, you changed my life. It's the best I've ever seen in my whole life. Oh, ain't that sweet? Sarah, that made my night right there, you saying that. That made this whole thing coming on here. And that's what I'm about, is trying to put smiles on people's face and trying to make people feel better. Because I don't want other people being sick. Thank you, Oak Ridge Taxidermy. Yes, he is. And that just proved it. I think she said she's over in the Netherlands. And I think my son, is that where Jeremiah's wanting to be a missionary at? I think my son is wanting to move over there to be a missionary over there in the Netherlands. He's a school teacher here. And he wants to move over there to be a missionary and a school teacher over in the Netherlands. So you might actually get to meet my son one day. I don't know where in the Netherlands he was going to be at. He's going to be try to be a teacher over there somewhere. I don't know what part of the Netherlands it is. I'll have to ask him. But him and his wife and his 2 kids, they've been wanting to move over there and live over there. So one day you might run up on him. You might sure do it. Jeremiah Whitney's his name. His wife's named Maggie, and his little boy's named Gus, and his little girl's named Zella Mae. Boy, don't God work in the most strangest and mysterious ways? He sure does. Guys, I told Andy I wouldn't talk too long on here. I don't need to be talking a long time. It's the province of Uret. Well, I'll try to remember that. And I'll try to ask Jeremiah where it is that they're wanting to move to over there. I'm sure he's told me, but I just can't remember right now. But y'all, the decision I've got to make, y'all please, and Rick, I'll check that in just a second. Y'all please, uh, help pray with me to make that decision that I got to make. It's the most important decision I've ever had to make in my life. To go ahead and do the radiation, which I'm doing. I know I'm doing that. Or to do the chemo or not to do the chemo. And wait on doing the TILS program. TILS is spelled TILS. If some of you guys wanted to help look it up for me and study on it and research it with me, I'd appreciate that. That's an anagram. I guess that's what that's called. TILS. If some of y'all wanted to write that down and maybe look that up. Yeah, I've gotta make that right decision, and y'all pray that this coughing up blood will keep on going like it's going, not happening or taking place until this radiation gets further down the road. And pray that the TILS program, that's it, treatment program for cancer. Sarah, I listen to a lot of different music. Most everybody that watches me on here know I like to listen to the oldies. Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Chevy Checker, what is his name? Older country music. Just want you to know that being involved with y'all has brought me back to Christ. A shirt I wear says God found me on the road I took to avoid him. Love your passion for Christ. Chubby Checker. Thank you, George. Rick, that means the world to me too. It does. I mean, it really, really does. It means y'all don't know what those testimonies do for my heart. I mean, I could die and go to heaven tonight and I'd be satisfied just with the words y'all spoke to me. Yeah, y'all's music is a little different than ours over there, Sarah. So I would probably like some of it. I probably would. I like a lot of the old Appalachian music, the Irish music that they sing over in the Appalachian Mountains. I don't know, it's just got an eerie, mystical sound of when they sing those songs, those our Irish songs. I'm telling you guys, y'all are such a blessing to me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, we are family. No, don't listen to them. Y'all giving me a lot of credit for probably stuff I ain't got credit due. All that credit's due to the good Lord using me. I give all the praise and all the credit and all the honor to God. I'm just a lonely old sinner boy. Made made my share of mistakes, just like everybody else has. I just got a passion and a love for God that I love Him. I mean, He's my Lord. He's my Creator. He made me in my mother's womb. He knew me even before I was in my mother's womb, and I love Him. And He's the one that's brought me through this year and a half. I mean, there's a lot of things that I've been through just during the last 3 weeks. Some of the things that they put me through. I didn't think I could ever go through some of that stuff, some of the pain and suffering. But I've made it through it with God being by my side. And I've met some good doctors and nurses that believe in God and they believe in prayer and that they've said prayers for me. I had a doctor take me by the hand here the other day and grabbed me by the hand and started praying with me. Thanks, Tiffany. Yes, God bless us all. God bless us, everyone. Every one of us. God bless us. But I promised Cindy I wouldn't talk too long on the phone because I'm not supposed to be talking a whole lot. So I'll go get my radiation in the morning. Y'all keep praying about the decision. Uh, Thank you, Rick Butler. You my buddy. I don't think y'all getting some of this hurricane and rain. I know George is getting it, and Diva's probably getting it, and we're going to be getting it up here in Kentucky. Florida's getting hammered pretty hard, so we got to keep all those people in our prayers that they'll stay safe and take heed to the warnings that's going out to them about evacuating and being safe and stuff. I don't want to hear one person's life lost. I want God to just protect everybody and put a hedge of protection around them. Diva said it missed them. Yeah, it's getting us right now. We're getting a lot of rain right now here where we're at. And I think we're supposed to get 5 inches of rain. So there's going to be a lot of flash flooding going on here in our county. But there's going to be a lot of other places. I think some places was getting as much as 15 inches of rain, maybe even more than that. So we need everybody, all of us, pray together. I'm gonna take that out of my mouth and say a prayer here for you guys. Now they're saying that's a monster storm, Diva. I was just reading that a while ago. I mean, it's going to be one of the worst storms that we've seen in a long time. So if y'all don't care, bow your heads with me, and we're going to say a word of 500-year flood. Yeah, that's what they're saying, George. So if y'all don't care, bow your heads with me. We're going to say a word of prayer to God. Heavenly Father, thank you for giving me the idea of coming on here and talking to my friends and reminding me that I've got family on here and I've got friends. All of them I consider my family, and that I needed to consult them. I talked to my family and about the decision I had to make, and I talked to my kids and my wife and my friends and my sisters and brothers. I talked to them about it, and you reminded me that I needed to come on there and talk to my brothers and sisters on here and my good family on here, and I thank you for that. You're a good God, and it's good to know you. God. I just want to say that I'm thankful to know you. I'm thankful to know your goodness. I'm thankful to know your kindness. I'm thankful to know your love that you have for mankind and womankind. And I'm thankful for your healing power and your miracle working powers. And I know you don't always work miracles. And I know you don't always heal everybody that asks for healing. And I don't know the reason for that, but you do. And we'll understand one day why everybody don't get healed and why everybody don't get a miracle and why all prayers are not answered. There's a reason for it, and it's not for us to know right now. But I pray right now that you'll help me make a decision on whether to go ahead and do chemo next week with this radiation or not do it and do that TILS program up there. Have it on my heart that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that's what you would have me to do. Whichever one would be fine with me, Lord. I may put up an argument with you, but I love you. And I thank you for bringing me through all this coughing up that blood and all the things, that surgery that I had to go through, and this radiation that I'm having to go through, and the people that I'm getting to meet while I'm doing the radiation, the people that's getting radiation too. I'm getting to meet other people and talk to them. Give me the right words to say to them, to put a smile on their face, and to give them encouragement and to give them hope, and give them a positive attitude if they don't got one, or God, let them give me a word of encouragement or say something to me that'll make me feel more positive. I'm praying for and I love y'all. In Jesus' name, amen. So I've got to call India back. Something might be wrong. God bless y'all. I love you. Thank you guys for being my friends.